Hi guys, it's the Woolly Hat Stitcher here for my stitch along. So it is Friday the 5th of October. Normally I do it on Thursday, but as I explained last week, I will be doing it on the days my husband isn't in, because he doesn't know that I do floss tube. So I'm working on my first ever Heaven and Earth project, which is one of the faces. Quickly popped on so that I can do one whilst my little girl's sleeping in a little travel cot, which I am stolen off my pet. Well, not stolen, they've lent it me just because it's normally at the caravan. So I hope you've all had a fab week. I have had a really good week, and I have sorted out my little girl's christening. Well, we went down to the pub to organise it, and the lady who's running it isn't there at the moment. Well, she was meant to come down, but because of the timing, she had a plumber coming. So I spoke to a lovely girl, rearranged everything, and they didn't know the price. Asked me uncle whose pub it is, didn't have a clue. He says, "Oh Steve, how much is it?" He's like, "I don't know." Which begs the question, what's he doing? Because when you're running a pub, you should know your prices. If you're the owner, you should be able to sit there and know everything. But no, not my uncle. Whereas my nan used to own the pub, she'd know straight away, especially alcohol. She always knew the prices of alcohol. But yeah, it's been a good week so far. Been catching up on Floss Tube, catching up on TV, which I never get a chance to do that. Oh yeah, this is what I'm working on. Now at the moment she looks like she's got a dummy, but I've had to order more threads because I was 19 short, but I ordered a few more, so I think I'm only about 5 or 6 short, which I'll get at the October retreat, and they are going to get organised. That is just messy. But my favourite colour, is it this? No, this one. How beautiful is that colour? It is bright pink. I was never a pink person. Ignore all the mess in the background. I need to organise that. I'm having an organising day. And if you watch Bendy Michelle, Michelle Benny Stitches, she's been doing a challenge where, well, she did it last month, where she declutters a house, and on day 1 you do 1 item, then you do day 2 2 items, 3 items. Did it on the first day like normal, then forgot till today. So I did a big clean up of my kitchen and binned lots of stuff that I didn't need. Who needs 2 potato mashers? Who? No one. Unless you're a chef, and yeah. So I've been doing that. If anybody's from the UK watching this and watches Emmerdale, oh my goodness. I kept seeing on Facebook everybody saying Emmerdale's broken. Now I'm quite nosy and I'm always like, right, download that episode, let's watch it. Yeah, don't ever do that. If they say they're broken, don't watch it. I sat up, watched it, not last night, night before, and I sat and cried for a full hour. 2 episodes up. And Paddy, who's like the local vet, and Chaz, who's, how do you explain? I haven't watched it in so long. I think she's landlady off the local pub. I'm not quite sure. But oh, it was so sad the little baby died. It's not real, but it was so beautifully done and I loved it. Well, not loved it, but I loved how much they'd looked into it. It was so sad. And I am a big baby when it comes to things like that. Like a complete and utter baby. And it just makes you think, like, I've got a little girl, how everything could have been turned upside down. Well, thankfully she's all healthy. And she is coming up to 1 a week on Wednesday. Which is quite scary. Like, I seriously can't believe that a year ago I was like, out here. Like, unbelievable. And 2 years ago I never thought I'd ever have a baby. Right, I'm going to pause for a sec. Not pause the video because I don't do editing. But I'm just going to open my windows. It is absolutely boiling in here. I would, but that one's not open. It's where a spider gets me. I don't know if you heard that ranting. I am back. Do you know when you get so warm, you're just like, oh, can't cope. I can't cope when I'm too warm stitching. Like when I was pregnant with Lily, I was often in a bikini. Just sat there stitching. Because I was just too warm. Okay, and that one. Sorry about that then. So, yeah, I was way too warm. Actually boiling. And I've never done well in heat. And when I went Greece one year, we stayed on the other side of an island where my nan lives. And I just couldn't stitch. I was getting wound up all the time. I just don't do good in heat. Which will be interesting when I go to America next year. Thankfully, I'm going in the October, so it shouldn't be too warm. Shouldn't. But it's weird what happens. Oh, I've got a knot. I'm sorting it. It's weird what happens when, like, pregnancy comes and it just messes with your body, like, smells. I can't do most smells. My husband was sat there eating crisps last night and he actually hummed, so I had to get the Yankee Candle out, which made him giggle. But oh, smells just do me. Can't cope with them. And I don't know why. I'm guessing it's the hormones. So, not much has been going on this week in my life. It's been good. Lily's trying to do her first steps. Been the doctors with her and she's fine. Because I don't know if I explained in one of the videos that my little girl gets like red marks when you pick her up. But apparently it's just normal. So that was all good. But yeah, apart from that, it's been a boring week. Just catching up on Floss tube. And I've found another Floss tuber, which is absolutely awesome. And I can't remember his name. See if I can get it up on this iPad. tube. So where is it? I watched them last night. Going to that one. Here we go. Stitching in Sound, Kyle Reckemeyer. And like a lot of people, I don't know if we pronounce his name right. And he's awesome. Like, he watches same Floss tubes as I do. He seemed quite nervous on his first one, but then again we all are. But he seems really sound, and he's potty mouth like me. I do get told off for my potty mouth. I don't know why I'm stitching so slow today. But that's because I've been up most of the night with little one. But I don't know, I never know really what to talk about when I come on. Like I do, but then I completely forget. But I've been on the Heaven and Earth website. Bad move. Because now I've started this one, I actually love the faces. And I have like a massive wish list. My husband thinks they're just creepy. But oh, I love them. And this one's quite blocky stitches. Right. This from here all the way to there is one colour. Then you have, that's one colour, that's one colour, all around here is one colour, down to there. So it is quite blocky, but I love blocky stitches because it just means I don't have to think, I can stitch. But I do love seeing a finished result. So hopefully, I think this got about 27,000 stitches, which sounds quite daunting, but hopefully it won't take me too long. Hopefully. But yeah, I never know what to talk about. So it's a little bit like, so let's see if I can get a questions about you post. That always seems to be the thing. Questions about yourself. Here we go. Now, 50 good questions to ask yourself and others. So, 50 questions to ask yourself and others. We'll see how many we can do. So, what are your nicknames? What do you prefer to be called? When I was younger, apparently I was a bad child. I got sent away to my aunties who had like horses. Oh, it was amazing. And I had black hair, I went through the goth stage. I think a lot of us go through the goth stage. And my nickname was Wednesday from the Adams Family. Oh, never let that one down. But most people, my full name is Charlotte. And everybody calls me Charl. It's automatic now. I don't know if somebody's called me Charlotte or Charl, but I will sit there and respond to anything. Even if you're swearing at me, I'll respond. What books on your shelf are begging to be read? There isn't really any. Like, I used to read all the time, but stitching got in the way. But I used to love a book series, and it was all to do with child abuse. And it was about a boy named It. And it was really sad. He's done quite a few. And the amount of child abuse that goes on, and you don't even realise it, it's horrendous, but for some odd reason it absolutely fascinates me. Yeah, I'm weird. I know. How often do you doodle? What do your doodles look like? I can't draw, so I never ever doodle unless I'm on the phone and I'm getting bored, I'm not stitching, and then I'll just draw like little flowers or little hearts, or start colouring in little bits on the paper. That's about it. What do you do if you can't sleep at night? Do you count sheep, toss and turn, try to get up and do something positive? If I'm trying to go to sleep and I really cannot go to sleep, Facebook is my automatic, which I think all offers great. If I can't sleep, we'll browse Facebook. Then try sleep again. If I still can't sleep, come down, put some music on and just stitch. And then attempt again. And I've done that before and I've slept on the sofa. Just because if I try on the sofa and I still can't sleep, then I go back to stitching and I just keep repeating. But with little and I now have to try and sleep, or else I'm groggy and I'm scared I won't wake up for it. So how many days could you last in solitary confinement? How would you do it? I think I'd be alright. Give me projects to do, give me the iPad, I'll be happy. Don't need Facebook, I just need Floss or music. And just stitch. There's a programme on Channel 4 in the UK. And they go into these they're like not caravans, they're like your old office blocks where they've just got a bed in and a sink and kettle, and they get given like so many tea bags of coffee, and they don't have a clock. They're allowed to take an item in to keep them occupied. Somebody took cards, somebody took drawing stuff, and that's how they kept themselves entertained. I take my cross stitch. If I'm in there for 4 days, I'd just take a big one that I know I'm not going to get bored of. I'd say I'm taking my sewing box and put as many items in as possible. So, next question. Do you save old greeting cards and letters? Throw them away, question mark. I'm notorious for keeping cards. I have a box under the stairs because in my kitchen, it's a kitchen diner area because they've converted the garage. My dad and my family always take me because I say garage and say I'm way too posh, which I'm not uncommon, not gonna lie. But like birthday cards from like the hubby and from Little and I put them in that. Like all our anniversary cards, we kept them. Because it's just something nice to like keep. And he always puts a nice little message in each of them. So if I'm feeling a bit down about the relationship, because everyone gets down over the relationship, don't care how perfect your relationship is. You will have moments where you're like, I give up. And nobody wants to admit it, but it happens. It happens to every couple. And now I'm going to keep all the cards from a little girl because they're just getting special. Because the memories, you can't get a memory back. If you chuck a memory away, you can't go and retrieve it back. It'll be out the dump, or it'll be burnt, or whatever happens after you put it in the bin. So, next question, let me just do this stitch, because it's not gluey. Who is the biggest pack rat you know? I have no idea what that means. So, I'm not going to answer that one. When making an entrance into a party, do you make your presence known? Do you slip in and look for someone you know? Do you sneak in quietly and find a safe spot? Don't know really, I don't really go out. Last time I went out, I got very, very drunk. I only had a few drinks. So, I tend to sit there and try and find someone. I know when if I don't, I'll go out. Side, chill there, and just wait for somebody I know. But I have been known when I was younger just to go out on my own and find people. I'm notorious for that. So, what is your strongest sense? If you had to give one up, what would it be? Don't know, sometimes my smell. I'd give up the bad bit of it. Like, the smells I don't like, that make me feel poorly. I'd give that up for selfish reasons. So, how many times a day do you look at yourself in the mirror? Very rarely. I hate looking at myself. I hate my voice and I hate looking at myself. So I know, let's do a floss tube. Because you get to hear yourself and you get to see yourself. Common sense right there, common sense. But I only really look in the mirror if I'm putting a tiny bit of makeup on because I'm going out. Because I never rarely wear makeup. If I'm in the house, not a chance. If I'm going out on a night out, I might. But I don't wear much makeup anymore. Just chucked it away. So, what is the strangest thing you believed as a child? I don't know. What did I believe as a child? You believe in Father Christmas and Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy, which I literally cannot wait for Christmas for here, because it just means Father Christmas, all the gifts. Everyone has pretty scissors. I have whatever pair of scissors I can find. I'm not even kidding. And Mum's like, have you got scissors? I'm like, yep. But I've asked for a pair from Madeira when they go away. Where at? Because I don't own embroidery scissors. Never have. And I think they're important at times to have some. Or they're nice. But yeah, strangest thing I ever believed as a kid. I honestly don't know. I've never thought of it. I really don't know. Like, no, I honestly don't know. What is one guilty pleasure you enjoy too much to give up? Chocolate. And I suppose cross stitch is a guilty pleasure. I don't know. Because you can feel guilt when like you sat there ignoring people because you're cross stitching. But that's about it. Who performs most random acts of kindness of everyone you know? Who does? It's got to be my husband. Because if you want something, he'll just give it you. Like, I'm going to the retreat at the end of the month, and I had a little pot. It was actually my pot now. Little girl's chocolate. And there was money in there, and then we just used it over the time. So my husband's giving me the money. But I think he can be really kind to other people. And like, when one of our friends was going through a hard time, on work colleague, and he had no cat food, he brought cat food in for him. He never asked. He was like, I can't let a cat starve. I just can't do it. And he will give his last penny to anyone. He is really nice. Pisses me off at times, but don't they all? I think that's good because it shows passion. I'm just gonna have a swig of me brew, which you don't think in England I'm swigging tea, but it's coffee. Supermarket coffee. Nothing like Nescafe or anything. So, next one. How often do you read the newspaper? Which paper, which sections? I don't. I don't read newspapers unless it comes up on my phone, like articles. But Facebook articles at the moment are just depressing. I find myself crying once a day because of what I read. It's all child abuse. I don't get it. Like the one today that I read about half an hour ago, about a child wouldn't stop crying and it was doing her head in and she was texting people, it was pissing her off. And she did something which meant she tied a kid to the bed. And it was horrendous to read. And it caused the child not to breathe properly and unfortunately died. But there's just so much. It's like dogs being killed and cats being killed and I don't get it. This world is a cruel, cruel place. I don't think it's got worse over the years. I think we're more knowledgeable because we've got Facebook. Like I'd read the newspaper when I was a kid, and that was about it. And when they had the magazines, because I used to do a paper round, I used to be dead naughty and sit there and read the newspapers and read the magazines. I used to be forever being naughty like that. But hey, when you can do it, you can do it. So, which animals scare you the most and why? I don't think any scare me. If a dog's being aggressive, then yes, they scare me. But it's got to be really aggressive. Or if it's barking and barking, looks like it's going to eat me, then yes. But no, not really scared of anything. Maybe an alligator. But no, we have hedgehogs now that come visit. Interesting fact, not. So, are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on? Don't know, because there's been a few situations lately where I could have started an argument, but I tend to ignore it. I can't be bothered. Life's too short, and I'm slightly scared of what will happen because of our arguments. So I'd rather just agree and move on. Plus, I don't have it in me to argue too much. I can argue, don't get me wrong. Morning time's the worst when you wake me up. I am horrible. I'm tired. I could have a whole day's sleep and I'd be tired. But no, me and my dad can argue. We can really argue. But I think you do with your parents. I think that's something you do. It's part of nature, you're two alike. And in my family, you've got to prove that you're right. God, what's wrong with my stitches today? So, what are the most recent compliment you've received and savoured? Everyone says I look young. Like, I look 16. I'm 29, nearly 30, and I look 16. And when I was on the bus, this was like 2 months ago, I was travelling back from visiting a friend, so like the christening out with the vicar. This one was like, oh, you're doing your mum a favour and taking little in out. And I'm like, nope, she's mine. And they're just shocked every time. And when we go round with my parents, and my mum's holding Lily, and we always get, oh, you're going to go to Daddy in a minute. Oh, Daddy's lovely, isn't he? He's like, that ain't Daddy, that's Grandad. Never say to my mum, oh, Mummy. Never say it. But I don't know if you think I'm mum or my mum's mum. I never ever know. But it is quite funny. So, what is something about yourself that you hope will change but probably never will? I'm not tidy. I am messy. Like, mega messy. Look at all that mess. That's me. Except from like, that is baby stuff. My dress is a thing I've never used. I am messy, I'm not gonna lie. So, on to the next thing. Hopefully that will change. But it's not gonna kill anyone. I'm not a hoarder. Well, slightly not. I do go through all my clothes and like clean them out. So, are you a creature of habit? Explain. No. Are you high maintenance? Not really. As long as I've got cross stitch, I'm happy. But I don't do makeup, I don't do posh clothing. I'm always wearing a dressing gown, except from right now, because I'm too warm. When was the last time you really pushed yourself to your physical limits? Many of you don't know, I have a few medical conditions. So walking up hills, I can't do. Well, I can, but I sound like I'm gonna die. But like just going out and walking, that really does me in. And sometimes you can hear me breathing. It is horrible, but you get through it. There's worse things in the world happening. So just plough through it. So, do you have a whole lot of acquaintances or just a few very close friends? I do have a lot of acquaintances, especially with my job. And you always have to be like friendly with people and just keep them on your side, or else you're not going to get any business out of them. But I have one very close friend in Stoke called Tesvine, who I used to live with. Call her Tez, her actual name's Terry, but she hates that. Then I have my stitchy best friend, Aileen. And then I have my other best friend, who we've been through thick and thin, fallen out once because of a boy. And she's called Zara, and she's going to be godmummy. But apart from that, I don't really do friends. I have like online friends, and friends meet at retreats and things like that. And then I've got like my stitchy grandma and her best friend, and I love them. And I don't know if they're watching, because apparently Americans find me hard to understand. But it's the accent. Stoke-on-Trent accent is weird. We're like an in-between of Brummie and Scouse, which is Birmingham and Liverpool. Right, so are you more inclined to build your own empire or unleash potential on others? I think it's others. I'm lazy, not gonna lie. My business is too hammering because I am so fucking lazy. And I really need every day to do something. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Every day get rid of something. Every day post something. So like post to Facebook selling pages. And ring around old text old customers. And try and get some business in. After all, I have a flight to pay for. So, what's a strange occurrence you've experienced but have never or rarely shared with anyone? Don't know. A bit boring. Rare occurrence. I don't really have one. Nope. Not that I can think of. The only one is I've been on TV, but I'm not going to tell you what that was. Unless Aileen crashes me up after watching this. Hopefully she won't. So, what do you think about more than anything else? It's going to sound stupid, cross stitch. I think we're all like that. I go bed and I'm very much like, oh, I want to go down and finish what I'm doing. So yeah, and I'm always thinking about what project next. Do we need anything? So yeah. And I've nearly finished this thread again. So I'm going to have to cut a bit more off. So, next one. I hate that when you're trying to get to the last bit of thread and it comes out of the needle. Sorry about that, that is so unladylike. I'm sure we have a lot of people that lick their floss. As rude as that sounds, it's true. I lick my floss. Well, spit on it more like, ugh. Don't ask me what that sound was. So, what's something that amazes you? I just think how everyone's different. Everyone has different styles. Not everyone, well, no one's the same person. And that amazes me, like, what runs through people's heads, what makes them tick. So yeah, that amazes me. So, do you prefer that people shoot straight with you or temper with their words? I have no idea what that means. Absolutely no idea. As you can probably tell, I'm slightly thick. So, where's your favourite place to take an out-of-town guest? It depends who they are. Like, I like to take people to visit where I grew up, which is a pub. But it all depends if they drive, because I don't like catching buses and taxis are expensive. If they're a thrill seeker, I would take them all to Towers. But I don't really ever have out-of-town guests. And when I do, it's normally Aileen. And we'll just go nimble thimble. But I did take her around the local shopping centre. And then I got annoyed with people. So we went home. But that's about it. God, the more I talk about this, the more I'm like, wow, my life's shit. It's not. But it's like boring. but I enjoy it. That's all that matters. I was more like, how to describe it? I was more entertaining when I went to work. I had something to do, people to talk to, things were changing my life. But I did put clothes on hangers for a living. Doing like 2,000 to 4,000 a day. That's in like 11 hours, so we used to do like 400 items, hang them up, and put them onto like a lane. When I say a lane, it's like a rail. And I used to get in trouble because I could fill one in really quick time. So, what's one thing you'd rather pay someone to do than do yourself? Cleaning. I hate cleaning. Don't mind cleaning for other people, but myself, I hate it. Like, there are spider webs everywhere in this room. I'm petrified of spider webs, so I won't be cleaning them. I might pay someone to come and do them. But I just think I've got more things to do than clean. Cleaning you need to do every day. We don't need to. But there is always something to clean. Always. No matter how clean your house is, there will be something that needs cleaning. And I don't do it. I'm addicted to watching that obsessive compulsive cleaners. I'd love to be one of their friends. Do you want to come for a broom? Yeah, okay. Your house is a shithole. Right, let's clean it. Alright then. Bye. I'll go do some cross stitch. You enjoy it. Because I think they do enjoy it at times. Do you have a catchphrase? Nope. Oh, except from when I'm on the phone. My husband pointed out. When I end a conversation, I'm like, how does it go? It's something along the lines of, I hope you have a fab day. Or something. If I'm on the phone, you'll understand it if you listen. But yeah, I will try and write it down when I do it. Just so that I can tell you, but yeah. I think I've got dry mouth. Oh. It's all this talking. Never have anybody to talk to. My husband's always reading a book, so I can never really speak to him. What's your reaction towards people who are outspoken about their beliefs? What conditions causes you to dislike or controversially enjoy talking with them? I think if you've got a religion, go for it. But I've always said don't preach. Don't preach it on others. They won't appreciate it. Just don't do it. Like, if somebody doesn't believe in God, then they don't believe in God. You just enjoy your beliefs, and that's it. I'm a Christian, and I will never ever sit there and make somebody believe in something that I believe in. I just think it's wrong. But it's not wrong necessarily. I just wouldn't ever dream of it. My neighbours are outside, they're going to think, who the hell is she talking to? Because they are doing work to the house. So how and where did you prefer to study? When I did study, it was in my bedroom, away from everyone, or that knocking is somebody doing work next door. If I did study, it'd be in the garden if it was nice, or in my bedroom. But I never studied. It's probably why I've got bad grades. Well, it is because I've got bad grades. But it never interested me. And a lot of people study their little hearts out get qualification than they're too qualified to do a job. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, a lot of people at Primark, they go for an interview and then they go, oh, sorry, you're too qualified. Which is so fucking wrong. Like, how can you be too qualified to work in a shop? You can't. So are they saying only fake people apply? And again, you go into some shops and talk to some staff and you're like, wow. You really aren't the brightest crayon on the pack. But I'm not, to be fair. What position do you sleep in? On my side. Always on my side. It depends if my husband's sleeping with me. If he's sleeping facing me, oh no, I have to sleep with my back to him. Because he has morning breath. Oh, and it's actually disgusting. It smells like someone died. Oh, it's vile. Then again, I probably haven't got that nice morning breath. But yeah, whichever way, my husband ain't sleeping. What's your all-time favourite town or city? I love Devon. I went and lived in Devon quite a lot, but I like Exeter. I actually love Exeter. Lots of shops. You can get lost quite easily. I actually get lost. And it's just full of like little shops in little back alleys. I also like Manchester for shopping and the nightlife. I've been twice for the nightlife, and it is something different, but I do love it. So, what are the top 3 qualities that draw you to someone new? I don't really know. I think it's your personality. If you're funny and you're not judgmental, I get on with you. And if you're not, like, I think you've got to be not judgy. I think that's the main thing. If you judge people when you're not perfect, then no, I ain't really got anything for you. I just don't want to know you. So, how was your birth order? Birth order? Or characteristics of siblings affected you? I don't know really. I always dreamt when I got a brother and sister I'd be so close to him. But no. I like cat and dog but love each other. And my little sister, she's a weird one. Love her to bits, but some of the stuff she comes out with, you're just like, really? Like all this sexuality stuff. Like gender neutral and things like that. I don't physically understand it. I can't lie, but she talks about it a lot and I don't understand it. I don't know if it's a generation thing. Nothing against anybody who's like believes in the different genders and sexuality, but I don't understand it. So I can't really judge on something I don't understand. So, if you could eliminate one weakness or limitation in your life, what would it be? I think to have better health. That's what it means. My health is a proper weakness. So yeah, I'll just get rid of that. Have a better health, better me. And that's about it. If you could restore one broken relationship, which would it be? There's 2. A girl called Kate, and if you've ever watched Jerry and Kyle, I swear she's going to be on that one. She's got 3 children, all different dads. Matty I went out with, and no, never again. God, don't you get sweaty hands? And no, never talk about him ever again. He's a KNOB. Then she got married to a bloke called Andy. And got married, had a kid and everything. We're all best friends. Be with her 24/7. And then we fell out and then we made up again. And then she cheated on him with his brother. They then split up and she had a kid with him. So their two daughters are sisters and cousins. And I haven't really spoken to her. I sent him Facebook messages. No response. Don't know what I've done, but her loss. But I do wish we could rekindle that friendship. And she had a go at Andy about 2 years ago because he was hanging out with me. I'm her best friend. I haven't spoken to you in 6 years. So how can I be your best friend after all that time? No. And then a girl called Vicky, who I used to cross stitch with all the time, and then I went to college and I moved away and we don't talk at all. But I would love to get that friendship back. But she's a teacher now and she's got her own little clicky gang. So now, how far have we got? 52 minutes. It's only a few more. And then we can wrap this up. So, if you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? What would I change it to? I like the name Rose. Really do. I think that's really pretty. And my wait for that to go past. My little girl's getting called Lily Rose. But I changed my mind and went with Lillian Katrina, which is the name of Katrina's name off my husband's sister who died. And don't really know much about that one. I don't even know really how she died, and it's not a subject we bring up regularly. Just because it's going to hurt him, and I don't want to upset him. So, next one. Do you believe ignorance is bliss? Sometimes. Sometimes not. It depends the circumstances. I think if that person's been intentionally rude and being ignorant over it all, I don't think that's okay. I think own up to what you're doing, basically. Next one. What do you consider unforgivable? I think cheating. Cheating is totally unforgivable. And murder. And any abuse. Abusing old people, not good. Not okay in my eyes. Abusing animals, no. Murder, I don't even get murderers. My little girl's waking up. Is she? No, she's going back to sleep. Have you forgotten? Oh no. Have you forgiven yourself past personal failures? Why or why not? Well, yeah, because everybody fails at something. Nobody's perfect. So yeah, I do forgive myself because you can't move on if you don't forgive yourself. So, have you forgiven yourself? And I read that one. How difficult is it for you to forgive someone who refuses to apologise? I want a simple life and I just continue life. If they don't want to apologise, they don't want to apologise. You're not going to make them. Oh. That went then. So, if they're not willing to apologise, why make them? You be a better person and the bigger person by just moving on. Life's too short. Something can happen to that person if you haven't forgiven them and you can never talk to them again. You're going to have that guilt sat there forever. So yeah. Do you hold any convictions that you would be willing to die for? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't fully understand the question, to be fair. But I'm willing to die for anybody. Anybody who would appreciate it and anybody who I care for. Like my husband, I'd die for him. My little girl, I'd die for him. My little girl, I'd die for him. My little girl, I'd die for her. So, it's just gone up. I have people replying to all them questions. So, to what extent do you trust people? I fully trust everyone. My job, you have to trust them. I go to people's houses that I've never met, and I'm just trusting them through talking to them. So yeah, I must be a very trusting person. But I don't know if I trust them with my little girl. I think there's certain aspects where you've got to evaluate the situation. What do you trust them with? And my little girl, I don't trust many people with her. But that's because she is absolutely precious. She can annoy me at times, but I love her. Which I think you do. I don't think you ever know love until you have a child, and it is true. And she is my world, and if anything happened to her, I don't know what I'd do. So, next question. In what area of your life are you immature? Farts and burps, they make me giggle. And I know we tell children off when they start giggling at a fart, but we're just as bad as grown-ups. And I loved Stitching by Recovery, I think it is. She had to stop her Floss tube because she burped and then she was giggling. I love that. That is totally me. Except from when my husband does it at like 3 o'clock in the morning when you're getting in bed and you're just like, why? And I did walk into the room last night and it stunk. And all he did was laugh. And then he farted again and I was just like, oh dear God. I was very close to going back down to Stitch. It just annoyed me. What's the best news you've ever received? There's two. One, that my mum's cancer is gone. But we're not 100% sure that it has now. Like her tumour markers? I'm not sure. They are at 15 at the moment. And they've seen something, but they're not sure what it is. But they think it's scar tissue. So this month they're going to run more tests. They wanted to wait, 6 months? To see if there's any change. Like her markers are double what they normally are. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, it happens. There's nothing we can change. So just live every day as it's coming. And appreciate each other. My hair is my face. And the best news I ever received was looking at that pea stick and finding that after 5 years, or just under, I finally got pregnant and it was staying. Like every ultrasound we went to was like the best news in the world. She was absolutely fine. And when they gave us a date to induce, which didn't go to plan because we didn't do the induced original date, when that date was getting close and they told us, it was just like, oh, I'm finally becoming a mummy. She's not gone, she's coming out, she's going to be alive, she's going to be healthy, hopefully. By the time we'll tell if that's actually going to be true about being healthy. But yeah, that was the best news in the world. And I can't see life without her now. I was always petrified I'd never be a mum. Now I'm like, I don't know what I was worried about. And she's perfect. She's steering right now. When I go to end it, I'll show you. She's in a little playpen. How difficult is it for you to be honest, even when your words may be hurtful and popular? If my words are going to be hurtful, I don't say them. Even if I need to be truthful, it depends what it's about. But if it's going to hurt someone and it's unnecessary to tell the truth, I won't. It's like women do look big in this. No, darling, no. But they do. But you don't want to hurt the feelings. And it's unnecessary if they feel the confidence. It goes for skinny, bigger ladies, anything. If somebody asks for your opinion and it's going to hurt them, and that hurt isn't needed, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Upsetting someone is unnecessary, and I've hardly done any stitch marks gabbing. Like, hardly any. When did you immediately check with someone you met? Click with someone you just met? Why? What was the long-term result? I click with everyone I meet. Unless you were balanced. But most of the time, yep, I just click. Me and my husband did. And he used to always come around and visit me like every shift. And then I got dumped. What's Late Night Love Affair was on? Like, it's a radio station. It's a radio station and late night. Their nighttime music is all love songs. And you want to just, you want to cry because it's so depressing, all the songs. You hear the same playlist every night. So yeah, me and my husband just clicked. When do you find yourself singing? That's the last question. When I'm on my own or I'm cleaning, I tend to sing then. Not very well, but yeah, I tend to sing quite a lot. But if people can hear me, I try not to. And if I do, when people are around, I do silly singing. Like squealing and things like that. I'll sing to my daughter. She thinks it's funny. Probably because I've got a bad voice. But yeah, she sits there and giggles. That's all the question. I'm going to finish on this line. So I'm going to quickly do the line. It's about, I don't know why I'm stitching so slow today. I think it's because I'm constantly like checking that and stopping and pausing. I always feel my voice is croaky. When I'm on here, it always goes croaky. Maybe because I've never realised before. Like when I'm talking to people. You've got to admit when you do a stitch along, it's totally different. You've just got to sit there and think of things to talk about. Like, I rarely leave the house. So my subjects of talking, they aren't really there. But yeah, you will see more of this on Thursday. So I've done, I think, got an itch. Oh. do this properly. Like, I've done all that bit there and that bit, because I've done to there. So from there over there. That's how much I've done. So I'm going to finish this video and go work on Doctor Who for my bingo number, because it's been posted. Usually I do my bingo on my Doctor Who, and then afterwards I do that, but because we didn't get a bingo number up until just before I filmed this, I thought I'm just going to work on that, because Blackie colour, I look awful today. And there she is. Ignore the mess behind. But she's been asleep all the time we've been doing this. And she looks perfect. And she is my world. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I look awful today. Still got the hat on. Right, thank you for watching. Hopefully someone watched it. If not, right, thank you guys, and I will see you Thursday. Bye.